What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Sergeant Snazzy, and today I'm doing a little bit of an update video. As you can see, the truck is gone, and this is its replacement. This is a 1992 Honda Accord LX wagon, and this is kind of a video not only giving an update on the Civic, but also giving an update on my new daily driver. It does need some work, and I'll definitely get into full detail on that very soon. So let's get into it. So, this is my new car. Well, new-ish, I guess. It's newer than it's new as in different than my other vehicle, my truck. So as you know, I made a video about my truck sometime last weekend, and I said I would be selling it, and I did. And with the money, I bought this. Now, before you think, oh, gee, Snazzy, what if it turns out to be like the old Civic and you just scrap it after 6 months? This time, I'm going to get off my lazy ass and try and fix this thing. There is some problems with it, but it's not like as bad as the old Civic. It doesn't leak oil. You know, it doesn't need... the engine still runs pretty good, actually. The engine runs great, actually. It's just everything else. So all it really needs, I mean, it's got brand new tires, so that's pretty good. It got brand new tires. All it needs is a brake master cylinder, an exhaust system, and a transmission solenoid. Now, this isn't automatic, and you know what? I don't really care if it's automatic. It's hard enough to find these old wagons to begin with, let alone one that's unmodified in manual. So finding one of these at all is actually pretty rare. These old wagons, you know, most of them have succumbed to rust, or people have bought them out in exchange and basically tuned them up, kind of like my hatchback over there. So both my hatchback and my wagon in its stock form are really kind of uncommon, I guess, around here. Now, in other places, maybe it's different, but around here, it's a little bit harder to find. So, I guess I'll just go over the specs a little bit. So, I will be taking this to the dealership next week when I get it registered. Had them look at it. Obviously, they're going to talk a bunch of shit and saying like, "Oh, it needs this and this and this." Said the same thing about my Civic. It didn't need that crap. So. It's running fine for about almost a year, almost 6 months now. So this is the F22 A1. It makes about 125 horsepower, single cam engine. Nothing really that special, really. Yeah, you know, it's fuel injected, 16 pounds per cylinder. I don't know how much torque. I think it makes about 100 and something pound-feet of torque, but honestly, I don't really care much about the specs of the engine because, like I said, it's a daily. It's just, I'm going to be using it as a daily driver and as a parts hauler for my Civic. So this is going to be driven around in the wintertime, in the summertime, whatever. So now as for what am I going to do with the Civic, I'm going to still have the Civic, but I might put it someplace else while I'm driving the Accord. So, yeah. So the interior does need to be cleaned. It is kind of smells a little funky in the interior, so I'm definitely gonna have to either I'm gonna have one of my friends help me clean it out, but I am definitely gonna take it to a detail shop and get it cleaned. But it's got 3 NK wheels and then one from a company called I don't know if you can see this, but Sport Edition. It must be some kind of like knockoff brand or whatever, I don't know. But if anyone could tell me what kind of NK wheels these are, I want to like buy a 4th one eventually and just have all the NK wheels on the car. The guy said that's how he bought it when he got the car. So yeah, I'll show you the interior, I guess. Now, like I said, the interior is kind of dirty. I'm definitely going to be vacuuming the shit out of this car. I'm going to buy some new rugs. It's got 4-speed automatic, reverse. So D3 and D4, I believe D4 is overdrive and D3 is just normal. It's got 2nd and 1st gear, obviously, for low range. It's got aftermarket head units. So some of the interior pieces are kind of broken. The clock is missing. But like I said, I am just going to get what I need to get it fixed and inspected, and then I'll worry about all this other crap later. So I estimate it's going to cost about $300 to get it fixed. So we'll see. So it's got the all the gauges read good, all the lights work good. Yeah, but the all the gauges work. All the lights work. Now this is OBD1, so there is no way to hook it up to a computer and decide what the error codes are. So you kind of just have to, I guess it. So the blower switch is broken off, so I can't turn off the blower, sadly. It's just you got. I don't think I can shift it because it's not on. Oh, there you go. So you got reverse, neutral, D4, D3, 2nd and 1st. Now I know the EX models had a sport mode on the automatic, which basically all it does is just lengthen the gear changes. This is the lower LX model, so this does not have that. Handbrake. You got your armrest too. Adjustable armrest. Yeah, but this thing is just ugh. So I put the air freshener in just to make it not smell so bad. But honestly, like, all I need is a wipe down and maybe some vacuuming and probably an extractor to get all this sand and shit out of the carpets, and I think it'll be pretty good. I mean, I'm not looking to, restore this thing to like fully working order. Needs a new mirror and sun visor, but like I said, that's all kind of, that's all kind of not really necessary parts, I believe. So like the door locks don't work on my door, but they work on the passenger side door. So I don't know what's up with that. I guess it needs new exhaust, but I mean, from what I could tell, the engine runs pretty good actually. I'm really surprised. I mean, these are, the Honda motors, I've always known them to be pretty reliable engines, even the F-Series engines. It's, you can't really beat the old classic single cam engines, so this only makes 100. I mean, I would have loved to have the EX model with 140 horsepower just to give me that extra little boost, but it's a daily. Nothing really. Now there is supposed to be a little chime that goes on when you have the lights on to go ding 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 ding, like the 8.6 from Initial D. It was working yesterday, but it does not want to work today. So it's got cruise control, you know, which is nice. I like cruise control. It's got, you know, cup holders, all that stuff. Definitely needs to be cleaned up and stuff like that. So, but the first thing I want to do, obviously, is get the transmission solenoid fixed. So the guy narrowed it down to 2. One costs $40 to replace, and one costs $200 to replace. I'm obviously going to hope it's the $40 one. So, you know, it has basically a hard time shifting, and if you don't fix it, if you leave it like the way it will cause serious damage to your transmission. So luckily I got it home okay. So I'm gonna, it doesn't have a title, but this car is over 25 years old, so it does not need one. Now I could probably get I think it's called I can't remember what it's called, but it's a special kind of title you can get, which you basically just pay it off. But I'll probably just get just get out a title. It had the bill of sale, so I should be good to go. So, well, I'll talk to my landlord about this and see if I can keep this for a little bit. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it. You know, it's just an Accord wagon, nothing special. I mean, I know so many people like these old CB7s and CB9 Accords because they're really getting popular now, you know, because they're getting so rare. And I like them because it kind of, it still has that late 80s styling to it. It's still kind of boxy, but not like, I mean, you look at a 1990 Corolla wagon, you look at a 1990 Accord wagon, and obviously the Accord wagon was more 90s than the Corolla. So, I just locked the doors, and I can't get out now. Yeah, when you lock one door, it locks all the doors. So that's nice to know, I guess. Did the mirrors work? Yep. But other than that, yeah, that's basically it for this car. You know, it's a 1992 Accord wagon. The guy shows 93, but looked at the VIN number, and it is a 92. So just before the last year, just stopped making a third. This is the 4th gen Accord, so you know. Yeah, so I definitely think this will make a great daily. I know it looks like it's in bad shape. I know what you're thinking. Snazzy. I only paid about $500 for this car. So at least, unlike the Civic, I at least didn't totally get ripped off. At first I offered him $350. He accepted, but at the time, my friend who was with me at the time can't drive stick. So I was worried about him driving at home with me. So I thought, you know what, I'll come back next weekend. But he already had 2 guys who wanted the car. So I offered him a little more, and I ended up going back for the original price of $500. So I paid $500 for it. And basically, from what I got from my truck, paid for this thing. So that's it, man. It's a $500 Accord, you know. I'm not planning on doing anything performance-wise to the car. Maybe some, like, cosmetic stuff, like, you know, maybe some wind deflectors or bug guard on the front. Other than that, I'm leaving it stock. I'm leaving it completely stock. Not even going to try the transmission. Just leave it stock, automatic. You know, it's a good little car. I mean, it drove pretty nicely, though. I might need new suspension, probably. But it's got new tires, you know. So I think with just a little TLC, I think this will be a good car. Before I go, I'm going to show you what I got for the Civic. So let's about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, I drove my little Civic down to Connecticut, and I picked up some parts. I'm not going to show you all of them because they require me to use my muscles, and I don't feel like using them today. So, all right, let's head inside here. So, these are my new drum brakes, actually. I haven't put these in yet, so just put this right here. So I picked up some Picked up I don't know if you see it, a VTEC Y8 head, new headers, and then there is a Del Sol transmission. Basically, it's shorter geared, so it'll give me more faster acceleration, so I'll be able to accelerate faster. Now, as far as the Civic goes, I'm probably gonna just put the head in and put the exhaust. Probably just put the head in for right now. I want to get that Accord up and running first. I mean, you're probably thinking, Snazzy, you got a lot of stuff on your plate right now, man. Like, you need to slow down. It's like, well, and you're probably also thinking, gee, Snazzy, what if your parents find out about this? You're going to be like, why did you buy a $500 car? It's like, listen, I know what they're going to say, and I'm going to be like, you know, I'm my own man, and I want to take responsibility for my own actions. I had my friend look at it. I had my roommate look at it, and they both said, you know, it's not a bad car. Now, they looked at my old Civic. well, we all know what happened to that thing. I mean, if I have to scrap it, then honestly, I'd probably get more money selling it if I have to scrap it. But we'll see what happens. I'll see what my landlord thinks. I'll say, hey, listen, you know, I bought the wagon because I wanted a more sensible car. One that could fit more than 2 people and also had a lot of space in the back. And I figured, hey, you know, station wagon, why not? And I really like the old Accord wagons, so I figured, hey, just get a wagon, you know. I could have gone with a Ford Taurus wagon, I could have gone with a Corolla wagon, I could have gone with a Subaru or a Saturn, but I was like, nah, I want a Honda, you know. And I figured, my friend was like, hey, dude, this one's like $500. I'm like, dope. We'll take a look. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for this update and video, guys. So, I will talk to you guys later. See you guys sometime next week. So I'll probably take a little video after I register this whole Accord. I'll tell you, hey, I'll probably take it to the dealership, and I'll probably basically give you the rundown of what it needs and what it probably needs, because we know the dealership's going to get every last cent out of me if they can. And I'll be like, well, does it really need this? You know, my coworker recommended me I take it down to the guy down across the street. He's worked on his mother's old 4th gen Civic for probably about 10 years now, so I'd say I think I'll go for it, you know. Anyway, guys, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you got some recommendations or whatever, leave a comment. You know how it goes. It's YouTube, guy. Just, you know. Alright, guys. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.